Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is BMT. Definitely, I wanted to talk to you about this one. Um, it's like I said, I want to talk to you about this. I even I even reached out towards a few people to pretty much discuss this one. Because like, all right, so I've seen and dealt with a whole swash of things in my time. Okay. And in doing that, I always tell people that, listen, man, like, you gotta, you, we're just not built the same. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be willing to talk to any of y'all. You know what I'm saying? And yes, no, Deacon, I've heard about that. I've heard about that very much so, about the black family um that was haunted. It was a boy. Well, actually, the whole house was being tore up by by a spirit. So I know very full well about that. I know very full well about that. You know, and I'm willing to talk with y'all about this because I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like, so I was offered a job to go with a client to a haunted plantation. Now, we have a lot of them. Um, we have a lot of them in the Carolinas. He did offer a large sum of money, and it's supposed to be him and a few of his friends. Okay, and in talking about it, I was um, very like, I was like, wait, what? Do you want me to go with you? And he was like, yeah, like I want you to come with me. I want you to go with me and my friend. You're a soldier. And I was like, are you sure? You listen, dude. I shoot at people. I can punch a person. So he told me some of the plantations that they plan on going to, which have a lot of history, have a lot of pain, have a lot of hatred, have a lot of things happen. Okay. And so him and his friends would, they would like to go connect with the spiritual world. Okay. Yes. Yep. I agree, Kelly. This is a practice all groups participate in. But I'm gonna tell you right now, like I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest, Kelly. Black people, Black Americans. Okay, I can only speak predominantly on my group. We're not one. My group, my people aren't built like that. We're not built like that to go deal with no spirits. Like, understand this. We barely know what to do with goddamn church. We still don't even know what to do with the church. You know, we still don't know what to do with the church. Now, I don't try to talk some sense into this man, young man, and say, listen here, why are you going down there? Now, one of his friends is a Wiccan. One of his friends is a Wiccan. The other friend, the other friends, they are into spirituality. Um, I'm sorry, man. I can't. I can't. There are just some things, some practices. There are some things in the world. I shoot. Now, listen. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm not here to judge no man, no woman. Understand this? I've dealt with stuff in my life. I've talked and been a part of things in my life that I will have to answer for. But I know one thing, as my grandma told me, if you talk to the spirits, you can't get mad when they talk back. And you can't always be surprised on what they want back as a payment. For everything, there has to be something given. There has to be a payment. And the thing about it is, as Black people, we're too tied into religion. Okay? Like, we still freak out about doggone uh the LGBT and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all gotta understand them type of dang occultic practices have been going on for years. Like I'm just saying, man, you for certain powers of the world, you gotta give them something. Now, back to the spirit. Now, the young man, he does want to go. He want to go have fun. And I like him. I do. I really do. But I also warned him, don't go. He said, well, if it gets scary, we'll just leave. We can just get out of it. And I'm trying to tell him, like, bro, it don't work like that when it comes to spirits, man. It don't work like that when it comes to spirits. And he's like, how do you know all this? And I'm trying to tell you. Now, Deacon did bring up about the old house. Now I'm gonna play a little bit of it. Um, you let me go ahead and make sure no, and exactly I am she. You'll never know, you know. Let me go ahead and play some of this. So here I am in Gary, Indiana. So so peaceful and so quiet. It's something very disturbing. Why do y'all keep saying Margaret Sanger? Margaret Sanger. I've heard the name. I know how it is. When my boy Phil said he's gonna talk to you. This is the location of the Demon House in Gary. Now, let's pause right there. Now, first off, I'm going to be honest. White people, what is it with y'all fascination with checking out and going into demon houses? I don't know what fascinates y'all. I don't know what y'all look for in them damn with them demons. Every movie, everything I look at, there's always some white man, white woman, old white man, old white woman. Why do y'all like messing with goddamn demons? Now, everybody always think, yes, a demon is bad. You know, I play anime. You know what I'm saying? Yes, this is Gary, Indiana. This is Kelly's backyard. Probably that's Kelly's cousin right there. You know, that crazy motherfucker. You know. Um, when you deal with spirits, they can tell your intentions, and if it's just to joke, you may like listen, man. So he wants to go see a demon. Listen, man. Now you can go offer certain shit to them, but let's go with it. Now that right there, that house right there, that nice little house is called the portal to hell. Now, for whatever reason, and I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Now, why is the house gone? See? Oh, there used to be a house here. And it stormed down. Oh, and he makes friends everywhere he goes. Pretty cool. People say that about me, and I do. This guy's really good. Hey, hurry up! Like that. I walked up. That would have been the stripper. Right. It was kind of close to that tree right there, okay? There's a tree. Now back here, but back stairs, and this is where. The one thing I do like about the spot is that the friends than me. Let's go over here. You know what? I like about this spot. And here. Yeah, Jimmy. Like, you might look at that up here. So you tell me about it, then we'll walk over because you can't hear. Tell me about what happened. One thing that I think personally about this, I don't really believe in the demon house and all that. I don't believe a lot of stuff I heard. Please don't be mad at me. It's just the way I feel about it. I'm trying to look at it. Is where they said that they found the stuff buried. It was under the back stairs. They have one little spot right there by the tree. Right where they buried. It's the only spot they have to go back over grass. So what happened in this house? They said that they were possessed. So it's like an Amityville type house. Yeah. There's a demon house movie. Go watch it. So here's the thing about this. And I tell y'all this, listen, y'all. That's the first problem with a lot of people I don't get, man. Listen, you don't have to believe in spirits for them not to believe in you. To this day, there are still some multifaceted things that cannot and will not ever be explained. I know we will try to. I know we have assumed that, you know what I'm saying? You can have your belief, but that doesn't mean that you believe in things that you could. There are some things that humanity cannot comprehend, but we still do it. When it comes to dealing with that of spirits, demons, entities, the unknown, traveling into certain type of stuff, you're still fooling around, and this is the problem that like I said, man, like this is the problem I had. Like I told him, he said, I don't believe. Then I'm like, then why are you doing it? Well, I'm just doing it just to do it. So I'm like, so you're going to attempt to literally put your life and your soul on the line to conjure up the spirits. Yeah. Now, y'all gotta understand when you play with blood magic, certain type of occultic spells, certain type of rituals, you have to have a certain level of comprehension. Okay? Key point. And everyone I say this. When you deal, so as certain rituals, like okay, so let's say you call out a spirit, right? If you call out a spirit, you wouldn't take a weaker minded person in dealing with a spirit. You wouldn't take somebody weak minded in dealing with a spirit because they will seek and latch on to that person. Now, I know some of y'all saying, well, being true, like, no, man. Like, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. Okay. Why you Don't bring weak-minded people around spirits. They have all kind of instructions, mind-body connection, if you want to do that. But weak-minded people literally are easily affected with their mind and their body. It can easily. And you can go ahead and look up the forums of why you do not want to bring a weak-minded person around a spirit. They're too easily affected. I'm gonna be for real. Listen, man. If you're not, if you're not mentally built for that type of stuff, and I told this, and I say this out of respect, out of love. Like, listen, y'all. Like, dear Black people, you're just not that type of group. And I'm not being disrespectful, but I'm saying that when it comes to that of dealing with these type of things, we don't holistically do or practice those types of things. You understand me? I'm just being honest. Like we really don't. We really don't. It's just one of those type of practices that I've seen so many times that has gotten our people hurt, harmed, and killed. Like we just like looking at these things. I've seen spell. I've seen how these things go off in churches with I've been there for exorcisms in at houses and stuff, dealing with certain Pentecostal and churches and stuff. You usually have to remove weaker minded people out. I'm so serious. You really do. Because that spirit will seek and latch on to them and to children. Children are very easily influenced. Very easily influenced. That is why a lot of old fairy tales or a lot of stories, they're actually pretty dark and fucked up because it always revolves around that of the sacrifice of innocence. This is a night and day type of thing that I see a lot of people trying to get down with. And literally, it just goes wrong. We're joined with us by Kelly. I saw your cousin
My
going.
cousin.
You know him?
No, I do not know that guy. Although
You know
I
about Hell House.
I know white people do crazy shit. I know that much. Yeah, shit. I would
You trying to go to a plantation, Kelly, and trying to go to a plantation. I got
actually
okay. So mhm.
I would like to go to many different places.
Yeah, you going
Um,
on your own.
but I'm going on my own. I don't think necessarily it's a no for everybody. I mean,
Okay.
I don't want nothing to do with practicing any kind of crazy spells or, that's just not my thing.
Hmm.
But because, that can travel through bloodlines, clearly.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And I, I, I don't want to deal with that. That's scary to me.
It does because understand this, and what you're talking about is sometimes the thing that people deal with doesn't always go after them. It can actually manifests onto a child, onto somebody else in your household or family. Like it maneuvers around. It maneuvers around.
Right.
Um, um, you might have it. We believe there was a woman in Florida. Um, she believed the only way that she could break the curse, she kept having. Um, she said that she told us this was a Haitian woman that she offered the life of of innocence for her to be able to come over and have success. Now I don't know if it's true or not, but her her husband told me that she had four miscarriages.
Whoa.
Four miscarriages. Granted, she has a successful she has a successful business and she has a successful business in medical. She's a very good nurse, and she has her own. Down there in Florida, you got nurses and CNAs and shit. But to be honest, like she's had four miscarriages, and
Wow.
now she regrets it.
Man, truth be told, I have not had a good experience. When I was like 13, I had a friend who she was from Trinidad. Well, her not how would I say this? She was what would be how do you say that? I can't even think the proper word, but needless to say, and she was really adamant about she would like to talk about certain things and how her family participated, and I don't know if it's some type of black magic, these type of things I don't really seek out, okay, because I don't really want to know. But long story short, she pulled out a Ouija board. Now,
Mm.
I didn't know much about a Ouija board. I was just told don't mess with it. Leave it alone. And when I tell you the water turned on, the lights were flickering, never in my life was I that scared. I thought, "Oh my god, is this going to curse me forever?" That was terrifying. Terrifying.
You, you know,
I know it sounds corny,
no, no, don't listen, 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 man. I'm telling you, like, I'm telling you, Kelly, like, I'm not here to judge you, dude. Like, listen, man, like I've had stuff come at me and my people. Like, listen, I've been there to see exorcisms. I've been there to see a whole ton of shit. So listen, I don't got no heaven or hell to put you in. You feel me? Like I don't.
Mhm.
Like listen, man. Like like for me, I had a situation with me and with my child, and I used to believe that there was something always looming over my child. Feel me?
Yeah,
And so
yeah. I mean,
and
to
so
each their own, right? I mean, I know people are into different things. I'm just saying, and I'm not, like you said, I'm not here to judge. That's their, everybody's individual, whatever. But that kind of stuff is scary for me. So I don't want no parts in it. I mean, somebody tried to explain to me once, like with Wiccan, because yeah, I've heard
okay,
some
okay,
white people talk about Wiccan.
all right. So now now when it comes to Wiccans, and that's why I kind of wanted to I did offer for more so to talk to somebody more so that was more so fluent in that. But I will do my best to pull up what a Wiccan is. I will do my best to pull up what a Wiccan is for y'all. I met a few of them when I was at Job Corps. I know that sounds weird, but yeah, there was a few of them at Job Corps. Um, And I know because they invited me over for the seasonal moon. They believe, and they were like, listen, like, um, one of them wanted it to be where their friend or their mate would be able to pass their exam as a plumber. And I said, okay, all right, cool. And so what they did, they literally had a little thing, a practice. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I did go because I was invited, but I did not. I did go, but I did not participate, and I did not touch anything. That was the rules that they told me to do. You can come, and he told me, he said, I would prefer you not to touch anything. Don't touch anything. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you see, you don't say nothing. And so what I saw, I watched and I shut my mouth. You know what I'm saying? The thing about it is this: people say other things aren't real and they do not exist. Just like you heard that guy say, oh, I don't believe in demons. I don't believe in the portal to hell or anything like that. And I'm like, you say these things, but there are still things in the world that are yet able to ever be explained.
Man, I don't want to know. What I'm not even gonna say I don't believe in this, I don't believe in that. I don't want to know. Just let me live in my
Living
what
bliss.
yeah, live in blissful ignorance on that topic, and to a certain extent. You know, my cousin's wife was Wiccan, and she would try to explain to me like, no, it's a good thing. It's about the earth, and truth be told, about 2 weeks before she died, uh, she went to a Lutheran church and got baptized and completely flipped everything around. So I don't know.
Now, right there, that is a so you have certain stuff. Um, in a life long ago, BMT, I dated, in no judgment. I dated a Satanist long time ago when I was in high school, and
Why? Why would I? Why would someone? Never mind. That's a question for
now
another.
hold up. Now she was born into that family. Understand?
Right. Right. Right.
She was born into that family. That was just the thing. And so in being born into that, like she pretty much told me like what I thought I knew about Satanists was definitely like whoa, like it was just very interesting when I saw the it was very interesting when I saw the doggone, the pagan star over her bed. I saw the the upside down star under her bed. And I can tell you right now, she could never get me to lay in that bed. I listen,
Oh gosh.
I did not have the heart to lay in that bed. I just did it. So I just
I
did.
don't. I
I
wouldn't
yeah.
judge anybody based on that. I don't pick people according. Yeah, certain things I'm not gonna touch, but it. Like I said, to each their own. I don't. Hey, it's not my job.
So I definitely didn't want to like. And the thing about it with now her dad, he liked to fuck with me. He like fucking with me. Once he found out I was a Presbyterian Christian, oh man, that guy was throwing me all kind of jabs. But his wife was like, stop. Um, so I've always been around that type of stuff. Like, I've always been around it, you know. It was just the fact that like some of my family is into roots. Some of my
Now
family is
that's different. Is that different? Is that like a? I
nothing in
was
this
always
game if nothing is put out there. You can't have something if you don't put you can't have something if you don't put it like like how I understand roots and how I know like we have a woman that literally her mantra her mantra is pretty much is like pretty much she's pretty much on the level of hey like tell you what like I can if you were to burn yourself I've seen this woman literally heal people who are burned. Like she has healed burned victims and stuff. Now, I don't know how the hell she did it, but she did it. You know, like she
like
just was able to do it.
now. See, there's an example of potentially using something in a good manner. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't really, like putting when they talk about putting curses on people and stuff like that. Like that's the type of thing. I'm like, oh, I
Now,
don't want to dabble in
now
that. You
question. Now, question. I would want to ask this: are curses necessarily all bad?
know, no,
See, I'm just challenging that to ask the question: like, are curses all bad? Because it define that of what type of curse are you asking for? And listen, I'm only having a challenging conversation. Shout out to Kelly; she's such a good sport. Y'all make sure y'all check out her channel. Me and her supposed to have a charged discussion on a few other things, but I'm just asking. Some people like are curses necessarily bad? Like, depending on data what you're dealing with, or what we're heavily vestedly into.
yeah,
Because, like
facts.
so we don't know what some people could probably have asked for to gain power, to gain certain stuff. They have certain things, and I know that we have in the military, we have certain things that we do, um, like that we do. Like once you become, you get into our fold, or you're considered a brother. Then yeah, we literally do. We have certain rituals. That's how certain groups are. That's how certain groups are. Certain mindset. They're like, okay, like, well, if he's in, then this is what you have to do. This is what you have to do, and these are the rules. If you want to be looked at as one of us,
Mm.
you want to be looked at as one of us.
Sounds
And
like
yeah,
a gang initiation.
correct. So
I mean,
and,
ugh.
no, but see, here's the thing about it. So in saying that, are they wrong? Are they
Yeah,
wrong?
I wouldn't call it because I don't know enough about it, and I don't so much care about that, if you know what I mean. I don't, as long as you're not, doing things to intentionally harm people for no apparent reason. I mean, I don't have nothing to say about it because I don't know enough. I just know I don't want to touch it. I'm scared of that. So, I mean, you clearly have to know what you're doing. I would hope.
That is true. That is true. I think that's one of the things about it. When it comes to these types of things, I think that's one of the things about when it comes to these type of things is what what you willing to put at stake um for this type of power or this type of accessibility.
BM,
Um
BMT, I'm so good with the fact that I'm not religious, but I have a relationship with God. I'm spiritual, and I'll keep it that way. You know.
Jump Josh says, let me jump in. Just Josh. Yeah, there's a link if you want to come up and have a conversation with us. Um, what I'm saying? It's pretty much a open forum on this one. Like, what I'm saying? Like, we're pretty much looking at it because again, like I've seen it where I've had my encounters whereas to people that I have encountered or dealt with, um, that literally I'll be like, whoa, did they just do that? Or if people say, well, I'm gonna speak it into existence. I think that's a fallacy of what people don't understand about certain types um of initiations of affiliated groups or mentions to gain certain power. This is
You know
why
what?
you
You know
have
what though? That just makes me think of like the power of manifestation. Now, who's
Mhm.
that? That's not bad. I mean, if you're a lot of people make what do they call them? Them boards. Like I can't think of the name of it. Sorry, I'm drawing a blank. But they basically, put all their goals on it, right? And when I
Right.
actually think of it in perspective, to me, it's I see this as the matrix anyway, like the Sims. So basically, if you can put yourself in any situation, i.e. the Secret, the movie The Secret.
Like I
So
said, like I'm just because see when I look at these things, right? When I look at these things, the stuff that we do or we speak into existence, like I always believe that there's nothing that's just given to you. Some things you have to put up something to gain something. You know what I'm saying? Even for people who want to be in seats of power, in the White House or um, like when we talk about Disney, manifestation, and yes, IMC manifestations aren't related to curses. They're not because um, well, I'll show you what a manifestation is. Uh, because but you can manifest good and bad. You can manifest good and evil. Um, manifestation. Um, like I was a huge proponent of Rob Zombie. We're joined here by Just Josh. What's going on? What's going on?
Man, I'm loving this conversation. Is my mic okay? Am I all right?
Yeah,
you're
you're
good.
good. You're good. You're good. Welcome.
What's up? What's
Hello.
up?
Mhm. Yeah, go ahead. So right here, we're having this thing. I was telling because earlier, and here's the thing for manifestation. If y'all want to see it, let me show real quick. Um, I'm right now on my phone. So if anybody want to pull it up on their screen and share screen it, that would help me a lot easier. But right now I'm just on my phone being lazy. But manifestation, an event, action, or object that clearly shows or embodies something, especially a theory or an abstract idea. The action or fact of showing abstract ideas, a symptom or sign of an ailment. Now, sometimes people like to manifest things into existence. Um, you'll see certain people before if you look at before a sports game, and I'm sure you've seen this, Josh, you'll notice certain athletes do certain things before the game.
Yeah.
They'll go to the edge of the court and touch it. You'll see some players go put something. Y'all, I'm telling you, go watch athletes very closely and certain things that they do, and you'll see them do certain customs of LeBron used to take powder and walk before the crowd and throw that in the air in front of the whole crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we probably say, "Oh, he's just doing that just to be fun." But how do you know he ain't? How you know he's not doing a manifestation? How you know he's not doing a ritual? You don't know what he's actually chanting or saying or praying in front of the crowd. You don't know what he's putting up. Nothing is given if nothing is not submitted. But go ahead, Josh. Welcome.
Oh man, brother, I appreciate you. I really do appreciate this, man. I'm enjoying this conversation. I'm from the prepping community, man. You know, the prepping community, and the one thing. So, manifestations. All these things you're talking about, a big thing now that we're discussing in our little community is artificial intelligence, with leading to these manifestations, these the spiritual plane. You know what I'm saying? Black screens. I'm talking to you right now through a black screen. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so, we all carry these black screens. Actually, everyone in the chat right now is putting in energy, that spiritual energy, into a black screen at this point. Now, I'm sorry, man.
I see. No, I can see what you're getting at, because if you think about it, technically, we all do carry a black screen of some type of device on us that is an avatar of how we communicate now with each other.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes.
You got it.
Really? I got it. Bro,
I'm tracking. Go ahead.
In the little prepping community, man, they everybody says you bring that energy. So, you know, I'm just saying. There's a saying, it's Mary clay mixing with iron. It's biblical. And that appears to be kind of sort of where we're headed with everything that's going on. And we're starting to look at AI as the possible an entity coming from somewhere else into what we have now, into our system spiritually. It's going to be the manifestation. At least that's what we're thinking. But back to the black screens that I am talking into right now. What we see on our side, the physical side, what we see is this live stream. We see YouTube. We see BMT. But no one knows what is on the other side of this black screen. No one knows who is manipulating the energy or what is on the other side of this black screen. And man, physical therapy, home health, that's my bag, man. That's my daily bag, right? I talked to this older woman, mostly elderly people, but she's like 70 something. She was like, they had one television in their entire home. It was like in the office. She's like, no, we don't have that in the bedroom. You know what I mean? Like the older people are onto something, but we have them everywhere, brother. We have them in the kitchen. Some people have them in the bathroom, tablets, music, bedrooms, in the car, in our hands. And we're providing these black screens with some form of energy. I don't know, man. I'm crazy.
No. Okay. So let me tell you the backstory of why this came about.
Okay.
So I was given a job into which one of my clients, his son, he's back from college.
Mm-hmm.
And he asked me, he said, hey, like BNT, you know what I'm saying? Me and my friends, we want to go to one of the old plantation houses. And I was like, okay, why? Like, when? You know what I'm saying? He said, listen, just hear me out with that. I want to go to one of the old plantation houses. We want to go check it out. We want to go do a seance.
Ugh.
I said, but wait, hold up, weird. I said, I'm trying to pin it. He said, listen, the other guys, the other security won't go unless you go. Because
What?
they've heard you say or talk about these kind of things before. And they said they'll feel more comfortable if you go. And I said, but why do y'all want to go? And then the girl stepped forward, and I noticed that she had a marking on her, and she had a brand on her also. You know what I'm saying? And she said, listen, I have to go there. I want to go there tonight, whether y'all go or not. I'm going to go. And she would like to go. She like pretty much they're going to go there. They're going to go there and they're going to perform a ritual at the haunted. It's pretty much a haunted plantation.
Oh man.
And they want to. It's a haunted plantation. The place where they're planning on going is literally from the road from the highway to that house is literally a 2.5 mile drive.
No man.
Now here's how it works. On that area. Okay, I'm going to explain to y'all. The area where that's out is out there in Cross, South Carolina. At some point, your phones will die. The next thing is GPS will stop working. Y'all do not have to believe me. Anybody who understands the Carolinas, certain areas are called dead zones. Electronics stop working. So you're already leveling down your limitation of modern society and you're going backwards. Now, the next thing about it is that of the rules of what they have to do. They have to leave. They have to walk to the house.
Hmm.
That is a 2.5 mile walk. That is a 2.5 mile walk. I cannot make this up I will be getting paid $400 to $500 if I were to go with them.
Brother.
$400, $500. Each guard will get paid $400, $500. The amount of people that are going are up to 9 people. We get paid extra money if we participate with them in the ritual.
No.
Now, the thing about it was, I said, listen, bro. I said, listen to me. Does your parents know that you're going to do this? You know how my mom gets, and you know how my dad, you don't like this type of stuff. I'm like, listen, man, I have a really bad gut feeling about this.
Yeah.
A really bad gut feeling about this. Exactly. Thank you, IMC. They are better off going to Boone Hall, which it's not as bad, but there are more people there. Literally. And back then, Boone Hall, yes, they used to have it where they used to have you run through the corn mazes while people chase y'all and shit. But they got better with that. Now they have police out there, so they can't do too much crazy shit out there in Boone Hall. But when you're starting to play with occultic stuff, when you're literally playing with the big boys, and this is why I started off saying, listen, y'all, first of all, a lot of bad, I believe that a lot of things happen, and a lot of things, when you talk and deal with spirits or different energies, just like Josh was saying, you don't know what's on the other side. You don't know who you truly are contacting on the other side. And what are you giving up? Now, I'm not saying that I wish any harm upon these adults, but I'm telling him, listen, first of all, you're going out there with this group. Yes, he is one out of 2 other black people. You know what I'm saying? I said, just have a lot of bad contacts. Just have a lot of bad context. First of all, I don't know why anybody's bringing the 2 dead birds out there. Whatever the fuck, I have not looked up why they need dead birds, but they already
God.
have. So once I already know y'all doing stuff with animals and shit, listen, man, it's already a tap out time for me. I can't listen. I'm telling y'all right now, there are some things y'all cannot control in the laws of nature and spirituality. There are some things as man we have yet able, and Josh will tell you, we have still yet. Listen, we're not even fully um inhabited all of the U.S. and it's 2021.
Agreed.
There's still untapped land out there and all over the Midwest, all out there. Yes, I've been watching some of the Prepper channels that literally people have made doggone, hey, y'all know we can come out here. No way, I'm not going out there. I'm not giving up my conveniences. So when you're talking about that, now you're talking about going into dealing with other fields of the unknown. Again, you play around with certain sciences, certain chemicals, certain bacteria, certain spirits. This is where mankind always fucks up. I'm just being honest. I know I didn't mean to say that in front of Josh, but we got but this is where we fuck up at.
Yeah.
And this is where the preppers always say, hey, this is what we prep for. Because we're playing around with unforeseen forces that literally they play back.
Yes.
You want to touch them, but you don't want it to come touch you back. You want to play God. You want to play warlock. You want to play Wiccan. You want to play sorceress. But for everything that is given, for a woman to give life, she has to trade her life. For a man to have or to attain something of a family, he has to painstakingly have to give up some of his life so that way his family can have a life. Hence, women and children first. But you have to put them first. If you literally understand that. Now, I'm not saying it's always like that, but we're just telling y'all that this is why men go off to war. So that way the family will make it. This is why a lot of people. I got to pass it over to the co-host right now, Josh. So you can take it from there. This is so now you understand. No, I'm passing it over to you. I'm not greedy.
No, man, don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm not greedy. I'm not greedy, bro. Like I said, you're right, IMC. Them spirits will do something to them they don't want. Again,
yeah.
Start to play around with things that you truly don't understand. You can't get mad when they play back with you. Like when you ask for stuff, I want $1 million, but at what cost? I want to be beautiful, but at what cost? Kanye West is a billionaire, and I will show you this. Go look up Kanye West's contract. If y'all ever want to understand, everybody likes to say Kanye West is a billionaire. But if you honestly look up his contract of what he is signed to, Kanye West does not even own his own life anymore. I cannot make that up. Look it up on your computer. Just take a look at it. Kanye West's contract. Kanye West cannot stop making music until he dies.
Come on, man. I believe it.
That is literally, y'all don't believe me? Look up Kanye West's contract. Kanye West must make music until he dies. His music identity does not even belong to him. Kanye West, the name does not even belong to him. He's owned literally by the industry. All the way to his children.
Yeah. Spirits getting trapped.
So.
Yeah. I'm going to get out of here, man. But I had one incident, and this incident is what actually really made me want to jump on with you, brother. Man, I believe that everything happens for a reason, and it can only happen one way. So I am glad that I am here tonight speaking with you. I appreciate you and everyone in the chat. Legit. Like I said, man, home health physical therapy, that's what I do. I ride around providing therapy to people who need it in their homes. Super cool family. Super cool, man. we're laughing, joking, working, exercising, da 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 da. On the last day that I saw them, they were like, "Hey, if you ever want to do haunted houses," and I'm not making this up, if you ever want to do haunted houses, we're paranormal. They're the legit paranormal activity people, like $20,000 worth of equipment in their house, K2 meters. You know what I'm saying? Like they are the show, whatever that show is with the paranormal experts. They've been on that show, like legit. So we're talking, and this is blowing my mind, man. I'm a conversationalist, so I'm like, well, what does the K2 meter do? They sit it down. It's a ball. They sit it down next to the ball in total darkness, and they're like, such and such, whatever. Can you move the ball? And they've got YouTube videos. This is blowing my mind, brother, because I'm here for exercise, and they got all the equipment and everything. So I'm trying to get some information. So I'm like, so paranormal activity entities, where does this fit on the spiritual plane? You know what I mean? Are we talking, and I hate to even say the word demonic, but are we talking those entities, or are we just talking happy-go-lucky friendly ghosts that just haven't moved on because they're just attached to where we are right now? They're like, no, these are just people who they're lost. That's all. They're just here. They're lost. And so, brother, man, I'm so glad I'm here. And so we're just talking, man. And I'm like, my mind is being blown. And I'm like, really? And then so I get to the end of our conversation, right? And I'm like, so has anyone ever been like attacked or hurt on any of these? And of course, yes, people have been injured. And so she proceeds to tell me, well, what we do is when we're finished with a legit, man, I forgot what she called it, but it's like it's like a public diagnostic or something. These people are serious about this shit. She's like, the one thing that we do is before we leave a supposed, haunted house, is we get into a circle, we hold hands, and we say a prayer that whatever is in this place does not come home with us. I was like, you know what? I'm done. Let's get back to the exercises because I'm done. This is too much. Brother, this is real out here. If you are not protecting your spirit, look, if it is not your lane, don't get in it. Seriously, don't mess with it. When they told me that they do a circular prayer where they hold hands, which is I don't know, and they say a prayer that the entities will not follow them home. No, I don't need nothing else to do with this. And I say this from the viewpoint as to where I am just there to do therapy with these people, not to discuss paranormal activity, brother.
Right. No, I think because a circle
yeah,
represents life. Okay? And a circle represents life. There's birth, and you go full circle right back around into being a man.
Okay.
And then you go right back to being a baby. Then you pass on into the earth. And so that's why the circle is so significant. Because we're going to return back to being a child when you become an older man. I've seen, we've all seen it. You're also in therapy where some people, they can't even do for themselves. They say, hey, Josh, I can't get up like that.
Right.
Baby. So you got to pick them up. You got to help feed them and clothe them and change them. So the circle goes on.
No, I ain't doing all that, but I hear you.
I know. I'm not saying you're doing that.
Yeah.
But
absolutely.
I'm looking at it, when it comes to that, and this is the thing about it. So for me, the times whenever we've had to deal with spirits or exorcisms or any entity, my granddaddy would always make the children and the elderly, if you wasn't spiritually sounded, he would make everyone who was weak or not, or any of the what we call babes, he would make them leave out the room.
Man.
The case in the point why they would have to leave out the room is because he would have to doggone. You have to call the spirit forward. The rules about this, and I want you to show. I'm gonna show y'all this how it works in the Bible. Okay, when they said when Jesus met that of the man with legion, did Jesus ever touch that of the man with legion? No, because spirits have to reattach onto something else to stay in this world. They have to attach onto something to stay in the world. They have to have something physical of a conduit to stay onto. I'm telling y'all this. I'm telling y'all how it works. So when it comes to that, there's a reason why when Legion said, listen, give us something. Let us attach ourselves to the swine. And so the swine, even though everybody always looks at the cloven hoof animal as evil, the pig had enough sense to rather it have killed itself. That is why the pigs ran into the ocean and killed themselves, because they understood. This is why a lot of animals are highly sensitive towards the spiritual world. This is the reason why a lot of children are highly sensitive. So everybody always thinks kids are making up stuff when they say, I see this, I see that. Because the mind of a child does not perceive that of how we perceive. But understand your mind goes through different evolutions. So the normal things of a child will believe easier in that of something versus an adult. I have to see it. A child can be told it and believe it.
Yeah.
And so if a child, I remember, because we used to talk to my grandma when we were kids. My mom said, I need y'all to stop talking to her. Because my grandma had been dead for 4 years. And I said, why can't we talk to my grandma? What is the problem? I said, and I'm going to tell you why. Because I prayed that I would get to talk to my grandma. So what I would do, what I would do is I had her old chest in my room.
Come on, man.
What I would do, and I'm going to tell y'all this. This is why I don't play around. I would go to her old chest, right? And I would open it up. Now, they used to sell old chests. Y'all remember the old chests that they used to sell? I would go there in the chest, and I would go sleep inside the chest.
No.
And talk. Now, understand, I'm a child.
Okay.
I'm a child. The way how they found out I was doing this, because my little brother said, BMT is sleeping in grandma's chest.
Wow.
My mom didn't want to touch me because she was like, I can't touch you. I can't touch you.
Really?
Because when my mommy hit me, she almost got into a car wreck that same day.
Come on, man.
Okay? I'm telling y'all real shit.
Yeah.
So whatever was attached to me did not want anything to be. It was very aggressively protective of me.
Wow.
Now for me, I don't understand why y'all mad. It's grandma. Grandma's my angel. But the pastor said, that's not your grandma.
Brother.
Your grandma's gone. You have to let her go.
BMT.
So what they did, I'm telling y'all that this is how I feel. So what they did was they took my grandma's chest out of my room. When I said they did that, I couldn't sleep. I stopped eating. I used to defecate and pee and crap on myself. All that stuff. Only way how I could actually sleep and function is if I was with the chest. How they know? Because they had taken the chest, and I found it again. It was at the other house, and I fell right back asleep when I went back in the chest.
Bro,
It was like something was calling me back to the chest. So
bro.
they were like, "Listen, we have to pray. Y'all gotta understand, like, no, like, understand whatever that was. I don't think it harms me because to me, I mean, the chest is gone. Like the men in the family, they took the chest.
Thank God.
They took the chest. But I was taken, and what they did, they stripped me down and they prayed. They had a long, it was like, they had a fasting ritual over me,
That's that
you
real.
know, and they had a fasting ritual over me. Like, I think I was in there for at least 12 hours.
That's the real.
So they had a fasting ritual for me.
You're
But
from New Orleans.
because because I'm Geechee Gullah. Like, so they had a fasting ritual for me because that's what I was dealing with. You feel me? Like,
Yes.
that's the thing about it. Maybe you need to find this chest again.
No. Get rid of it.
No, this girl crazy as fuck. I need to go find that chest again. No, nigga. I don't need to find the damn chest. What I need
No,
to
man.
do there's always that one person. I need to go find the chest. Like, no, nigga. I don't need to. Like, don't, now I'm gonna be honest. I did try to go find the chest.
Come on, man.
I'm not going. No. I
Brother.
No. Okay. So no. I'm gonna be honest. I have tried to find the chest. I
Really?
did attempt to go find that chest.
Why?
I did because I don't know why, but sometimes I really feel like it's there. And I did find out. No. Because here's the thing about it. I did find out that one, they've already tried to burn the chest. They couldn't burn it. They couldn't burn it. They already tried to burn it. It wouldn't burn. Two, that chest was my grandma's old war chest.
Wow.
What I mean by that, so that chest was a chest she used to go pray. She used to go do affirmations, prayers. She used to put all kind of things inside that chest. So understand that literally she was that, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that chest was highly potent.
Yeah. Powerful.
Right. So, like, if I like, my only regret was my family won't allow me around that chest again.
You don't need it, brother.
I know I don't need it, but sometimes I feel like I do need it. But
It's
I
that
don't.
strong.
Hmm?
It's that strong. It has that kind of a draw to it.
Yeah, it does. But
Can
I know it's not. I know the chest ain't gone. I know it's not gone.
Goodness.
I know it's not gone because they couldn't get rid of it. But the thing about it is, well, it's okay. So the chest is only in 3 locations. But my dream one day is to probably see or touch that chest again.
Come on. Really?
But I can't. Like, but, huh?
Go ahead. So the draw is the draw is kind of that strong.
Yeah, y'all gotta understand. When you touch or tap into that of the spiritual world, there's always something of a link still connected to that specific person. That's why you always have to toll, and you always have to doggone keep some type of mental guard or shield up. Like,
Okay.
I have certain people I do speak affirmations over because I don't want them to be touched or harmed. So I'm the same way when it comes to You know, and no, you're correct. I'm sure you no telling what kind of power I probably would have. Like that's why I don't have no smoke against that. Like don't get me wrong, I'm not going to go to that plantation house, but I
Mm,
understand that. Uh, I believe, I do believe that there are forces out here. You know what I'm saying? They've kept me alive. I've been shot, been stabbed. I've had a hatchet cut into my
bro, a
whatever.
hatchet,
Yeah, I was overseas. Like
man.
I'm not dead yet, so something is definitely keeping me. But I also know that, like for me, like for me, I am very like okay. So for me, in the houses, if whatever house I sleep at or stay in, I always keep a straw hat.
Mm.
I always keep a straw hat in the house I sleep at.
Teach me, brother. I'm listening.
So I was told to do this by I was told to do this by one of my elders to always keep a straw hat close. Okay. I was always told to do that in any house I abide in. Like
Okay.
I noticed because when I all the way up until I moved out of my parents' house at 16, there was always a straw hat
Wow.
at my door. They just always had one there. So
Yeah.
when I got older and I moved out, I would always have nightmares. I would always I would always get sick. So what happened was my brother came. He came and he came. He said, "Hey, mommy sent this," and it was a straw hat. And I asked her. I just took a tack and I tacked it to the door. And
Wow.
guess what? I got better. So I always keep a straw hat. Um,
Man.
no, so a straw hat. You can go ahead and look up the folklore of why do you keep a straw hat at your door. So you can look up why the folklore of why you keep a straw hat at your door. I kid you not. I would be surprised why some people keep a straw hat at my door. Um, like literally the next thing, and I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show you something. Hang on.
Yeah. Man. I wonder until you get back, brother. I wonder how many of us have attachments that we have accidentally bumped into and we don't even know it, but they're attachments. I mean, now that you're telling us about, seriously, spiritual warfare, I wonder how many attachments have we accidentally picked up? I
All right.
don't know.
So all right. Okay. So I'm gonna show you this right here. This picture was in that chest.
Okay.
This picture turned up at the house.
No, man.
How did this picture? This picture was drawn of her when she died. It was put in the chest. How did this picture survive?
I feel it.
So this picture's old. Listen, this picture is old. It's old. The person that made this picture, they're gone.
Gotcha.
So y'all can't tell me that that chest is not still there.
Right.
Whenever I do my shows or any and everything I do that deals with business or anybody that I'm attached to, I always touch this picture and I always say their name.
Gotcha. Man, BMT. I don't know if you heard me when you dipped off for a quick sec, but I was like, man, I seriously, brother, how many attachments do you think we've accidentally picked up just from being in the wrong place at the wrong time or not knowing what the situation was, and we picked something up?
Well, see, that's the thing about it because we don't know what affirmations like. let's just say for you, right?
Okay.
That family, let's use it for you, for instance, that family that you dealt with, maybe they, like they prayed up, but that doesn't mean whatever that can't
Oh,
touch them couldn't have touched you.
oh,
Like, there's a reason why they always say, you've heard this before, Josh. You can't let everyone in your what?
yeah, man. Yeah, I hear you. I need to say a prayer ASAP right now.
I'm just saying, like y'all. I'm telling y'all, I'm for real. Like, you never, you can't let everybody, in your home, and they tell you that, like, that's why they always say, like, you can't let everybody in because the thing about it is you never know what other people might bring. Like, even when you get a home, they always ask you to go cleanse your house because you
Man,
never know the sources of what stuff you bring to your house and that you should properly go cleanse. So that's why you have to go cleanse your house. Like, some people don't believe in that. They just, oh, I'm getting a house. Oh, I love this house. But you don't know. There have been stories, there have been shows, there have been things proven that certain people have put things into walls. They have put stuff. They have done things. There used to be groups of people that would go to abandoned structures and stuff and write down signs or mark things into houses or put stuff in basements. You can't let everyone pray for you either because those spirits may attach to you also. That's why, and no, you're
what?
right about that. You're right about the IMC. That's why, for anybody who's a parent, they always tell you, you don't let just anybody touch your child. If you look at people, if you look at children today, look at the things of why is it that people are so infatuated with doing things to children? Why are people so infatuated with getting close to children? Fuck going after try to convert adults. They rather go talk and deal with children because their minds are easily influenced. Like, understand, people can listen. Like, I know that chess is out there. I know that chess is still out there. I'm letting y'all know I would give up so much just to get just one day with that chess.
No, man.
I'm
That's
dead.
strong.
I'm dead ass. I know that chess is out there. Like, I literally. So here's what I do, and y'all gonna think this is what y'all think. So every once a year, I go to my grandma's grave. I do, and I ask her, "Where is the chess?"
No, brother.
I can't find it. She doesn't talk. She doesn't talk to me. She doesn't respond to me. She never answers me. So I'm just like, so that's what it is.
I hear you loud and clear. Hey, brother, when my grandmother passed, we were super tight. When my grandmother passed, there was nothing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's like, just pray that she talks to you or she gives you advice or guidance like she did when she was here. Nothing. Brother, when my mom passed, nothing. And I'm going to just tell you, it's going to sound bad, kind of, sort of, but I am so thankful that, look, they came, they did what they needed to do, and then they went to whatever was next.
No, I respect that. I respect that because you want them to move on. You want them to be on. So I don't have no salt against that because we hear stuff where some want to move on. They want to be able to go on with their life. They want to be able to move forward.
Man, I'm so glad I came on tonight, brother. You don't even know how you just like verified things for me. Seriously, you have no idea. I appreciate you so much.
I appreciate you too. And like I said, you're always welcome to come break bread, to have topics. Definitely email me. So that way, I'm saying that if you ever want to do talks, collabs, or heck, you want to one day just come on and you just say, hey man, I got some stuff I want to talk about. I know later on I'm supposed to be getting into a show sometime soon about are we replacing the beta men with the meta men?
No.
I mean, we're going into a time now where there are more people who rather are consumed with the consumption of the internet, YouTube, Facebook, and different other social media devices. They don't even know how to like function in society.
I would love it.
And so people complain a lot about beta men or, different stuff like you're not a man or you don't know how to do this, you don't know how to do that. And we're finding out that common sense ain't so much common anymore.
Yeah, brother, this man, everything happens for a reason. And I'm so serious, but the last 2 or 3 days, legit. So yeah, I've been tossing around this idea of beta versus alpha. I don't know why. I've just been tossing it around. So whenever, yeah, I'll be around, brother. I got your email. I got you locked in. Yeah.
So I definitely look forward just to being able to chop it up and have these discussions, man. And hey, hopefully break some bread. So
Absolutely.
So definitely, man, definitely let's have these discussions. Let's
It's needed. It is needed. In this time, I've coined this time period that we're in a transitional period. That with the community that I'm in, I've coined it a transitional period. And what comes next, man, we're in for a ride, brother. We're in for a ride. Yeah. I appreciate it, man. I got to get out of here. But look, hey, I always tell everybody I love all y'all. We all fam. BMT, thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man.
Thank you, brother. And you guys definitely check out Just Josh. He's a prepper from the prepper community. Support him. If he emailed me, I definitely will pull up his channel and definitely get it in my community tab. So that way we can definitely do some more talks, some more collabs, actually have some pretty structured conversations about stuff. I'm definitely grateful that you came and you found us, and I'm glad that you came up for the conversation.
I'm going to get a straw hat. Tomorrow, I'm going to get a straw hat, brother.
Like I said, I'm definitely grateful for you guys. This is why we have the conversations. Shout out to Kelly Ray. Shout out to Mano. Shout out to I Am She. She definitely threw in some good information. And we love you guys. We appreciate y'all. Much love. Take care.